Welcome to the Joy Hour podcast. Today in the studio, I have with me my youngest son, Clark Stephen Lyman.
Woo!
Yeah, exactly. Woo! I'm excited. We've been talking about this, and now we're finally in the studio to learn a little bit about you, maybe the way you see life through the eyes of a 9-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, you can have a time to ask me some questions as well. But we're going to have fun. Before we do, I'm going to take my phone and put it in the Connect box.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the Connect box?
Yes.
Well, can you put your phone in there first?
Oh, sir. I got no phone.
You got no phone. Okay, that's good. So tell me briefly about at our house how I have been instructed by you to use the Connect box and how that's been involved in our life. And be honest with how much I do or don't use it and what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts about the Connect box?
I say it's a good time to connect if you put it in, but if you don't, it's taking up space.
It's taking up space. How do you feel when, say, we're outside playing catch and the times that I've put my phone in the box, how do you feel different than whenever the phone's still in my pocket?
I feel great.
Feels different?
Yeah.
Like, explain that. Like,
It's if we were playing cats with the baseball, if you didn't have your phone, we would keep throwing every pitch, but if you do have it in your pocket, it's basically every time you throw to me, you're going to look at your phone.
which is quite a lot.
Mm.
And it's really unnecessary.
Mm.
And this is a habit that I'm still working on that's a bad habit, but I thank you for your help. Don't ever let up. Be more and more diligent on Dad Connect Box, because as this bad habit turns into a good habit, our relationship's going to become stronger, yeah?
Mhm.
I love our time together. And that's what this Connect Box is all about for those that are curious. There it is. And while we're in this studio today, we'll learn more about connection. We have a very exciting question, and that is, what did you write on the computer out there?
What did I?
You wrote,
Oh, yeah.
how?
What do you do with your time?
Yes. And that's a deep question for me and for probably all the listeners. What did you write on in the
You have 168 hours per week.
168 hours, and you just blink and they go by, and it's another week gone by, another day gone by, right? And so the idea is to be intentional with our time, to be focused, to be present.
Yeah.
And I know from watching you, man, when you're into something, you're into it. If we're playing basketball, we're playing basketball.
Yeah.
And there's no distractions. And if we're riding bikes, we're riding bikes. And if we're throwing rocks, we're throwing rocks.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how I think a lot of us want to live as we get into being adult. And it's called adulting, which I hope you take your time. Don't hurry up to get there. But once you do adulting, there's a pressure to do multitasking and do a bunch of things at once instead of be focused. Yeah. And so I've learned a lot from you as we've continued as a family to work on connection and turning our phones off and turning off screens and being more in the moment. Have you noticed a difference in the last, say, a year?
Definitely.
And we still have room to improve?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What are some things you can tell the audience about yourself? Like, what do you enjoy during your 168 hours a week?
Sports.
Yeah, I know you love sports.
Sports.
What's your favorite sport?
Sports and sleep.
Sports and sleep. And snacks.
Yeah, and snacks.
Yeah,
and snacks.
Right. So the 3 S's there. What's your favorite sport?
Don't have one.
If you had to pick. Baseball, basketball.
Maybe baseball.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it. You can throw a mean pitch. What's your favorite snack?
That's too hard to decide. That's too hard to decide.
So many options.
So many options.
Oh, boy.
Maybe an apple. Or no. Eggs.
Eggs? Okay.
Definitely.
Eggs. Hard-boiled eggs?
What?
Hard-boiled?
No.
Oh, scrambled?
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a meal than a snack.
I have it for breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, midnight snack.
We need to get some chickens. All right. So, Clark, 9 years old, and you love sports, you love snacks, and you love sleep. Why don't we dive into one of the main things you do? It's another sport where you've got the buzzer in your hand and you
Quizzing?
Yes. Talk about that a little bit. Bible quizzing.
Quizzing is basically where you memorize verses from the Bible
Mm-hmm.
and you quote on them. They ask you questions and you answer them, and it's a good way to connect and learn the Bible
Mm-hmm.
and read it more often.
And you make friends when you go compete.
Mm-hmm.
Where have you traveled to do the competition?
My farthest place for quizzing is definitely going to be Branson, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
We go there every year for nationals.
You meet a lot of people there. That's a big turnout. Big
Yeah,
event.
usually about 500 people go there for just the quizzing.
I think 500 quizzers plus all the adults. There's well.
Oh yeah,
over
just the quizzers. There's
1,500 people or so.
Well,
Yeah.
70 times. Well, 200, 300, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's usually about 70 teams and 3 people.
Were you just doing some math in your head there?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was easy math. It was easy math.
Easy math. Okay, you get that from your papa.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like your middle name. You get that from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
You get your math skills from him too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still using the calculator, you know. How many verses a year do you memorize?
It depends if I'm a beginner, a junior, or a senior,
Well,
or an intermediate.
Okay, let's talk about last year. How many verses
Last
and where
year?
were they located?
Last year or this year?
Last year.
Okay. Last year I was probably my best year ever, I would say. And I learned 178 verses.
Wow. Located where in the Bible?
Galatians and Ephesians.
That was this year or last year?
Last year.
Where is this year located?
This year I'm a junior, so I'm learning about 300 verses, and I'm about to finish them, and the quizzing season is almost over. But this year I've learned 300 verses.
And where are those located?
They're located in Acts.
That's a good book right there.
Next year, we're doing the second half of Acts, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, give me your favorite verse that comes to mind right now and quote it and locate
Acts
it.
2:38.
Well, go ahead. Quote it.
Okay, Peter said unto them, repent to be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Jesus Christ, for the remission of sins, and ye shall receive the gift of the Holy Ghost.
Acts 2:38. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the one that I know.
Yeah.
I might know another one. Jesus wept.
3:6?
That's
Oh,
good.
Jesus wept.
Give
didn't mean an Acts.
Give me one more real quick. Somewhere else in Acts.
Acts 3:6.
Okay.
And he gave him his hand and lifted him up, and immediately he... Oh, wait. Is that the wrong verse? Wait. And he gave him his hand and lifted him up, and immediately his feet and ankle bones received strength. Okay.
It's kind of hard when you know almost 300 verses.
Yeah. I mean, you get confused with the other years, the other 5 years. Yeah.
It's amazing. And seeing you up there and so many other kids quiz and compete and then build friendships and relationships. I had a person explain it to me once about the sport that it is. And they said, really, this is the sport that is eternal.
Mm-hmm.
And other sports are fun and they're
You remember it for your
important.
life.
Right.
Remember the verses for your life.
Mm-hmm. Baseball and basketball are great team sports, and you learn a lot. You make a lot of friends as well. Those are good things, but
They don't last.
Yeah, when you're old like me, 46 years old, you're probably not out there every day playing baseball and basketball, and you're probably not going professional and making a career out of it.
Yeah.
But the Bible memorization, I will tell you, will be with you forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you about my own story. Is there was times in my life where I was making some decisions that weren't good choices, and I could still hear the verses in the Bible at certain times. God would speak to me, and I only did a couple of years of Bible quizzing, but God would speak to me during my struggles of addiction. That I had quite a few years of a struggle.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, it was hard, but I don't remember it. I was 5 years old.
5 years old when I told you about it.
When I would think I was 6 when you told me about it.
It's been almost 30 months. So that was you're
Uh-huh.
9 years old now.
3 years
So
about?
9 minus 2.5. So
Yeah, 2.5. So I was
6.5.
6 or 7.
Yeah. Whenever I told you,
Yeah.
but during my addiction,
Mm.
you don't remember.
What year did it start?
Did it start?
Yeah.
Oh, a long time ago, probably 12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But
So before I was born.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So wait.
It wasn't as frequent or as bad, but it started, before you were born.
So 2012?
Mom knows the dates a lot better than I do, but I think, let's see, it would be somewhere around there, but they definitely got a lot worse as it went on. And I think when you were 4, 5, and 6 were some of the worst years that I had to struggle with
Yeah.
those things. And is alcohol good for you?
No.
Yeah. Are you going to drink it?
No.
Okay. That's good. If you ever did, would you tell me?
Well, probably, yeah.
Good. You feel safe talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And I pray and will do everything as a father I can to make sure that you don't.
Yeah.
We haven't really sat just the two of us and talked about details, but it did just start with one. And it wasn't even like a strong beer. It was a lemonade, they call it. But it had alcohol in the lemonade.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
So
that.
some beer and whiskeys and things are really strong, and people say they drink them and it's disgusting at first, or they don't like it maybe. But there's other drinks that are made to be really fruity and kind of like a Kool-Aid or a lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually
Fanta.
like a Fanta. And they have all kinds of drinks that are like that with not as much alcohol. But then when you get used to those, then you want more alcohol and more alcohol. And that's how all addictions start.
Yeah.
Is you want more and more and more, and that's how it destroys your life.
Yeah.
So if you ever did have one, that's why I want you to feel safe to come and talk to me, because it's a lot easier to stop when you've had one or two than when you've had years and years and hundreds and thousands of those. So again, drinking is good or bad?
Bad.
All right. Drugs are good or bad?
What?
Drugs are good or bad?
Bad.
Okay, good. Just checking,
What is this?
making sure. So in this...
On the friend concept, though, in Bible quizzing, I think I've met 100 people, 100 quizzers.
Yeah, and do you think one of those could be maybe your future wife?
No. 100 boys, then.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're too young for that anyhow. But you know what? You think about it. If down the road a long time you do meet a young lady.
18 years old.
Right.
18 years old, way down the road.
And she's a Bible quizzer. Well, you're going to have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important to be married to someone that has the same beliefs.
Yeah.
Right. Mom and I grew up in similar households, with her mom and dad being similar to my mom and dad, and that's important through all of the struggles that I've had. Your mom and I have been married 21 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, it's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And God brought us together. God's kept us together. But that's
So
important.
25? You were 25 when you got married?
Yeah, good math. Do you homeschool?
What, yeah?
Okay. Do you use calculators for everything?
No.
Okay, good. You want to do some math questions?
Sure, sure.
All right. 2 plus 7
2 plus 7, 9.
plus 12.
9 plus 12, 21.
All right, good. We'll stop there. You know your alphabet?
What? Yes.
Oh, you could be graduated. You want to work full time?
Well, yeah, sure.
Oh, you're fun. I love you, son. You got some questions for me? I got a few more for you.
Well, I think you said you wanted to talk about this.
I do enjoy talking about feelings.
While we don't have anything to talk about, yeah? I think you wanted to talk about this. What do you want to say there?
Put that microphone so I can.
What did you want to say there?
Well, pick out one word or two words that you see that you feel today.
I'm just gonna pick a random one.
Okay. I'm going to talk about feelings here, folks.
Sad. My finger landed on sad.
Well, but what do you actually feel? And if it's sad, that's good, but that's okay.
Optimistic.
Optimistic. That's a positive one.
Yeah.
What are you optimistic about?
Tomorrow.
Not right now, not today, but you're
right now too, but then tomorrow. after this tomorrow.
It's easy to be optimistic about things in the future sometimes, and that's good. Things to look forward to, the weekend or a vacation. That's good. Of course, there's nothing like as important as living in the moment, right? The moment is the gift, and that's why it's called the present, right?
Yeah.
So that's back to how important it is to connect and to have these family conversations of quality time together. Do you feel like when we do a electronic break at our house that we
It feels great.
get more connected?
Yeah, definitely.
And we're on a break right now.
Well, yeah.
We told you guys that on Sunday, and I think for the moment,
I liked it. I don't know what happened with Say, but I liked it.
It just took her a moment to digest it. But last night she had a great time with Mom doing a Scrabble game, and so we're doing a reset, a reboot. And,
yeah, if not optimistic, I think I'd feel excited.
Good.
Excited for 2 dates.
Talk to me.
One, I don't want to do math right now. Saturday. Saturday, because then, as we talked about Bob question earlier, is finals, which is right before nationals, which is the last competition of the year. It's nationals. And I'm about to have finals. And then Say's having a harp recital.
And she's going to play at a couple public locations, the library.
Yeah, the library.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to get some books.
You're going to be quizzing and then meet us at the library and catch the last bit of her playing harp.
We actually might quiz for a long time.
Yeah.
Because the most quizzes there could be is... 3 quizzes.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So you're optimistic and excited. I feel the same, but I am optimistic and excited about just this moment. And I know we're going to do more episodes together, and we'll pick some topics. Today we're just kind of getting to know Clark, right? Yeah. The audience has never really heard you in the studio. You sat in on the first episode as a family.
I really didn't say anything.
Right, but this time it's just you and me.
Yeah.
How do you like having daddy-son dates?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Any moments come to mind that you remember?
No.
The pond, knife.
Fishing, maybe.
Yeah, we got to do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes being intentional. And I think a lot of times as a parent, I intentionally, want to do something, but the follow through might not always be there because life gets busy and things pop up. But to follow through is my next challenge.
Yeah.
Your brother is already 16.
Just turned 16.
Time is going by quick.
Yeah.
And so this summer, we're going to do every bit of intentional time as a family. And, keep each other focused and off with the screens and on with the eye contact and family time.
Now I'll ask you some questions.
Come on, bring it on.
Okay. How do you feel about starting Joy Hour?
Ooh. I feel good. I feel that it was at the right time. God knew I needed something to really focus on that was volunteer work and service work.
Helped you and other people get out of addicted to whatnot.
Yeah.
Then, what's another one? Do you like your job?
Because nobody wants to be sober and bored. Come on now. We want to have fun, right? We want to party.
Yeah. Do you like your job?
Oh, boy, you're putting me on the spot now. Now, what job? Because I have a couple different jobs. Which one are you talking about?
All of them.
Well, you got to pin it down. Which one do you want me to talk about?
All of them. Do you like all of your jobs, or do you hate all of them?
Well, son, I don't know if we have a long enough time on the episode today, but
just say if you feel good about it.
I feel good overall. Yes, I'm very thankful. I'm very blessed to still be swinging a hammer, to still be working on construction projects, and at the same time continue to work into new areas of life that also have a different sort of construction involved, which is working on people, including myself, but coaching and working with other men in their life to encourage them to, you know, construct and build their home
Yeah.
as a father and as a husband. And so I'm working on, I guess you'd say, constructing men, building men,
True.
right? So I really enjoy that. And of course,
Yeah.
I love Joy Hour and all that goes into that.
Yeah. And how do you feel right now?
Curious.
Curious about what?
Tomorrow.
Ah.
Curious about what God is doing in our family and our life.
Yeah.
And just kind of, you can be curious about the future,
Yeah.
but then you need to live in the moment.
Yeah.
So feel pretty good.
Do you feel good about this week so far?
I do.
These first 2 days of the week.
Yes, it's been great. And this interview is getting turned very quickly onto me, so we're going to turn it back on you. But
Okay.
you ever thought about a career as being a podcast host?
Never. No.
You're doing pretty good at it.
I mean, maybe, but
I'll give you one more question if you got one more question for me.
no, I don't have any more for you. I don't
Okay.
think.
Well, you mentioned Joy Hour. So from a 9-year-old's perspective, what do you like about Joy Hour? Why would you tell another 9-year-old about?
What? I mean, I love it. Even if I wasn't your son, I would still really want to go to it because it's fun. Every time it's fun. I never get bored at Joy Hour. It's always fun to get away from screens and boredom.
And on that word, I'm going to pause right there. Boredom.
Okay.
A lot of times when I look at my phone, it's because I'm bored.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of times at the home, the reason you and the other kids ask for electronics is
Because we're bored.
you're bored.
Yeah.
So if
Definitely.
we're coming up with other alternatives to not go to electronics when we're bored, and we have experienced that at Joy Hour with interaction with each other.
Yeah.
Of course, there's bouncy houses. That's always fun.
Yeah.
There's basketball. There's baseball. There's different pool and ping pong. But all of
But
those,
during those, you can still have relationships.
right?
Mhm.
So do you think that deep down, all of us at all ages long for relationships?
Yeah.
But sometimes we get bored. So how can we change that?
What? By talking to people.
And when you talk to people, how do you open up and tell them about the real you?
Sometimes I just ask them questions. They ask me questions.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like right now.
Yeah, like get to know each other. And it's good that we're different. God made us different,
Yeah.
right? So if I love hamburgers and you don't, it doesn't make you weird.
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers, right? We're different.
Yeah.
Some people love vegetables and some people don't. Some people love
I mean, it's different.
outdoors. Some people love indoors.
Mhm.
Some people only like to talk to one person at a time. Some people can talk to a lot of people.
Mhm.
So I think as you continue to grow and eventually go to college and go get a job and all that, never forget the importance of allowing everybody to be themselves.
But I feel like screens is it's like zoning out from everything. It's zoning out from people, zoning out from like real life almost.
Yeah, zoning out and being distracted from real conversation.
Yeah.
Could that be because we're afraid of people really knowing who we really are? Maybe we're guarded. Maybe we tend to be shallow and not be real and real deep because we don't want to let somebody know who we are because we've been hurt before by doing that.
Yeah.
So we've got to break through those barriers and continue to be ourselves and continue to let others feel completely safe and normal by being themselves.
Yeah.
And if I said to you that, I love eating slugs,
Nah.
Does that mean we can't be
Do you?
friends? Not really.
Okay.
But I was trying to
No.
get your attention there. So if I say
Yeah.
something off the wall that maybe you don't like,
Mhm.
give me an idea of something you don't like.
Since you were on the food topic, I mean, me and my best friend, just a random thing. I like seaweed. He doesn't.
Right?
Just
Does that make him weird?
no,
Does that make him better than you?
no,
Does that make you better than him?
no.
Okay, exactly. And that's the eyes of a child. That's the perspective of a child. And that's how we need to be. As adults, we need to continue to remember these things is when somebody says something, it might be totally different, but that's beautiful if you allow them to be that.
Yeah.
And I'm working on that. There's been times somebody tells me something, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. But that's their life, and that's how they see it.
Everyone has a different story.
Everybody's got different stories, different taste buds.
Mm-hmm.
I like seaweed, by the way.
Yes.
Do you like sushi?
Sushi? I've never had it.
No? Well, oysters. You've had oysters.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, a few years ago, we were at a restaurant. You had a few of them, in the shell where you...
I remember those, but I don't really remember.
Yeah, you're not in love
Do you
with
like octopuses?
little squid, calamari, yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? I told you eggs.
Eggs. Okay, that's
Or
good.
snack food, eggs.
That's good. How do you like homeschool?
Really good.
Yeah.
We, at least I finish in 20 minutes max, or an hour max, actually. Usually I finish in about 20 to 30 minutes. Then I go and have the rest of the day off, usually.
I need to talk to your teacher. I don't think that's fully accurate.
I have stuff I need to do, like drums, soars, quoting, but after that, I have the rest of the day pretty much.
Right. Well, you're towards the end of the season, and I think you're winding down here in a couple weeks, but there's other times.
Make that this week.
I know the beginning of the year you're a little more intense, and Mom's done a phenomenal job at educating you. And we already know you know your alphabet, so you're good there. And, you're learning another language, I think?
I'm learning 6 things in Duolingo.
Okay.
Music, math, Italian, Irish, Spanish, and English.
All right.
I'm learning English.
That's good. That's good. You want to say anything in Spanish?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Sí.
See, there we go.
Yeah.
Little-
Yeah, you want to put on a Spanish version of this for the Spanish viewers?
Once we're fluent, yes.
Yeah.
We can-
I mean, I do it. I know a lot. Ask me a question and answer it in Spanish.
what is your name?
Clark.
Claro. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Huh? Wait, say that again?
How old are you?
Oh, yeah. It's different.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
Años. Okay, I didn't hear the años. 9.
9. That's good. That's good. We got a few more minutes. I know this has been just an introductory for...
Now we can keep going for 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think we got 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll ask you some questions if I can think of some.
Well, remember, this one's about getting to know you. But go ahead. I'll give you a couple more questions. And let's continue to...
Actually, I don't know this. What's your favorite color?
Well, it was blue all of my life. Until
Our whole family has had it blue.
I know,
before.
but 2 years ago, it changed to yellow.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't really go to yellow at all. And now I'm really attracted to yellow. And it's a lot of the sobriety journey and finding God and finding hope and finding joy and peace and all of that it means to me. And a good friend of mine actually was part of that he brought up the color yellow. And Thomas Charanowski.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then so many people have been a big part of the Joy Hour journey. This is a team effort with a lot of people, and everything from the logo, different people getting involved with the logo for Joy Hour, and the connect piece with the puzzle piece right there.
Tiny puzzle piece.
Yeah. We're a connector, right? Connecting people with good things in the community. So I'm so glad you're a part of it. I know as you've gotten older, you've got a little more responsibilities on setup and cleanup. I want to say thank you for doing that and encouraging others to get involved. It's really important. Do service work.
Right. Did I start when I was 6 or 7?
Well, it was 2 years ago.
Or 2.5. Was it 2 or 2.5?
Almost 2.5 years ago.
So
Yeah.
I could have been 6 or 7.
Yep. You were definitely very into the basketball and the bouncy houses, and I think you still are. You get pretty sweaty and tired at the end of a joy hour.
Well, yeah, I do the sports.
Yeah, I know you love that. Have you made some friends there?
Oh, definitely. And then good friends are friends. I have a difference.
Yeah, well, there is a difference, and that's
Good friends. I'm gonna say this in the new building 5 about because there's more. There's new people in the new building.
What's the difference in friends and good friends?
Good friends, you really get to know them. You want to know them. You hang out with them more. Friends are kind of like acquaintances. You know them. You know their names. You can have you can not really have a conversation with them. You could just say hi. But good friends, you can have 10-minute conversation with.
You call that kind of shallow or deep, and they're different. But you're right, acquaintances and deep friends that as you grow, remember that's so important to have the right friends you can share with.
Yeah.
And build that trust. You can really trust that they got your back and they're there for you and you're there for them. And a man that has friends must show himself friendly.
Himself to them.
Friendly.
Oh, friendly.
Yeah. It's a two-way street, and we got to do our part. Yeah. How do you like your brother and sister?
Oh, wow. You got to ask me that? They're okay.
You know this is recorded.
Yes. They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah. How about your pastor?
He's good. He's good.
Yeah. And different adults that come and work with you and tutor you and quizzing and different things. We're very thankful to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you spend all 168 hours every week being Clark, right?
After sleep.
Living. Yeah, you can be Clark when you sleep.
Yeah.
And I know those times I wake you up and I say, good morning, and you say, cold plunge?
Jim?
Jim? Today you got up at 4:30. We were at the gym at 5.
Yeah.
That was good.
Right.
Hopefully we'll go to sleep early tonight.
No. Just no. Can we cut out any of this?
Oh, it can be edited, but
okay, just wondering.
I'm not sure if it needs to.
No, just wondering.
Well, I'll give you the last couple minutes. Anything on your mind at all, you
This
can.
my water?
Open mic. That's your water.
Okay.
Got to talk
How
in
do
the,
you like this first book you made?
talk in the mic.
How do you like this first book you made?
Well, I didn't make that one, but I've bought over 100 and something copies of it.
Yeah.
What's the title of it?
Have you filled the bucket today?
I'm working on that right now. And each day we have that choice of speaking into each other's lives.
Yeah.
How do you fill a bucket?
How do you fill a bucket? You fill a bucket by saying kind words to people.
Be uplifting, encouraging.
Yeah, and I saw stuff. Yeah.
You know, sometimes even eye contact and a smile.
Oh, well, here it is. You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, even when you give someone a smile. That's being the bucket filler.
There you go. So definitely not by bullying or putting other people down. Probably is not a good way to fill your bucket.
You can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, or when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. Bullying is bucket dipping. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too, though.
That's right. Well, we're going to write a book together here soon. I've got some ideas bouncing around here I'm going to need your help on.
I love writing, so yeah.
Joy Hour book.
Yeah, Joy Hour book. How
Joy
it's
Hour
improved over the week, over the years.
Yep.
Your story. You could write a successful book about your story.
Yep.
That would actually be a really good book.
You can help me with that?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll write it. You tell me what to write. And I'll give some ideas. But, yeah. So we got 5 minutes left?
I think we're winding down pretty quick because we're going to do another one. But I think today is a great introductory into the life of Clark and some of his perspective on, from the age of a 9-year-old, what life looks like, what Joy Hour looks like, and connection, the importance of being intentional and not having screens in front of our eyes all the time, but to have a balanced life. I strive to be a balanced father, and I'm working on even every day getting better, reading books. I want to be the best father I can to you and your brother and sister every day.
Today we covered 0 through 46-year-old.
There we go.
We showed the life of a 0 through 46-year-old.
Can I get a handshake?
Sure.
All right.
Good interview.
Good interview. I love you.
Love you.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for watching today's episode on the Joy Hour podcast. Don't forget to check out some of our other episodes for more powerful discussions. Want to keep up with new episodes? Be sure to subscribe. And as always, we'd appreciate it if you like, share, and comment your favorite part of this episode right down below.